Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. And before we fully jump on into this video, I would just like to ask all those XRP holders out there, how much XRP do you think you need to make $1 million by the next bull run? I'd love to hear from you guys. Comment down below, and also hit that like button if you guys haven't already. And for those out there that are not subscribed yet to the channel, I highly suggest you guys hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. Of course, only do so if you do learn something by the end of this video, or maybe you found the content interesting. So with all of that in mind, let's dive into this. So how much XRP do you really need to become a millionaire? As we look at the overall rich list over here, we can see that the top 1% is holding about roughly 68,729 XRP. And this is a top 1% held by 45,705 wallets. The top 10% is only holding about 3,191, top 5% holding about 10,500, 4% 14,782, 3% 20,921, and then 2% is 33,603. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys. In this video, I'm going to be extremely realistic. I'm also going to be very conservative for the sake of the video. If you guys do want to have more unconservative price targets, that's totally fine. I also outline my full exit plan over on my Patreon, where I go in depth on a lot of my targets, why I believe that they will be met, all that kind of stuff. If you guys do want to go check that out, you guys are more than welcome to follow it down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. But in general, when we do talk about exit plans and we talk about, becoming a millionaire off of a token like XRP, I'm going to be honest. What you really want to do is you want to diversify into other holdings and take profits from those other holdings and shift them into blue chips like XRP that you most likely will make some money on, which we will talk about. But also, as we look at XRP, I do think that you need to have a decent amount of XRP in order to become a millionaire. That amount will be outlined by the end of this video. But personally speaking, if I was going to be honest with you guys, I would say that this 1% holding here, this 68,729 XRP, this will most likely not make you a millionaire. You actually have to be in the 0.5% range at about roughly 100,000 XRP in order to become a millionaire by the next bull run. And we're going to be talking about why. So let's go over to XRP's price chart and let's actually look at a few things. So first off, my buy targets, my buy ranges are outlined here. Like, this is where I personally bought XRP. I averaged in at around like roughly 33 cents. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how to get your cost basis and all that kind of stuff and get your average cost on XRP and all that kind of stuff. But we also have this 24-cent zone anywhere, like anything down here. So let me, so it's like around like 25 cents. So anywhere within this range, if we even, like, I doubt that we see this 11-cent zone again, but if we do, it's going to be an incredible opportunity. But anything within this range is just a buy to me. I remember the SEC lawsuit. We went really heavy during this time. We were able to scalp some profits up here on this run up and actually put it into other assets during that time. The summer of 2021 was a perfect opportunity to reinvest into other altcoins and sell on the next run up, which was like kind of a scam wick, but most of those profits went into Casper anyways. But in general, down here is an incredible opportunity to buy XRP. If we do see it again, I do think that we could possibly see a scenario where we do get these tested again, but it's going to be questionable. This area up here, we have been a big buyer of. Anywhere between like 30 cents to 33 cents has been a perfect area to buy XRP in the last couple months. Now that we are seeing a little bit of a move up, we're still grinding against that 55-day EMA, so it's questionable on if we're going to see this zone tested again or not. This would be a great area to DCA in. But on the run-up targets, where are we looking at? Well, first off, I think that the main issue with the XRP community is that a lot of people are expecting this massive price target by, the end of this year and by next bull run and this and that. We also hear a lot about overnight targets. XRP is going to pump to $100 overnight. It's going to go to $1,000 overnight. And we have a lot of people pulling up a calculator saying, okay, well, if I need to be a millionaire off of XRP, I only need X and X amount of dollars. No, no. The best way to look at this is to go off of the bare minimum targets. Right now, honestly, we should be accumulating XRP as if this target here is going to be the first one met, aka $1.77. Why? Because guess what? We did not even create a new all-time high in 2021. I'm not saying that we won't create a new all-time high. In fact, I believe that we will, and I believe that we will hit some incredible targets. But this is how I look at any investment in this market. I always look at it as, okay, what's the bare minimum target? This is the bare minimum target, is anywhere between $1.33 and $1.77 in the short term. So this is what I'm accumulating XRP currently right now, and my plan to look at is, okay, just this bare minimum target. I also like to de-risk myself, meaning whatever my average is down here after, calculating everything, say for so, my average buy range is like 33 cents. I like to get my initial investment out at roughly like $1. This would be like a 4x opportunity run, but if you wanted to just do a 2x, you could do a 100% move too. So like 67 cents, like 67.5 cents would be the area to get your initial investment out and de-risk yourself fully. That means whatever you invest into XRP, you get out at this 2x. Now you just let the rest ride to whatever targets you have. But nonetheless, whenever I look at XRP, I go off of the bare minimum target. So if this was the bare minimum, how much XRP would I need to have? Well, I would need to have about roughly like 500,000 XRP or something like that. That's extremely hard to come by for just the average individual jumping into the space. But in the scenario that we do make a new all-time high and we do, go parabolic, well then, okay, what are our main targets? Well, conservative targets off of the macro fib extensions, which again, macro fib extensions, they're only good to really kind of look at where we could go to. These are not levels that are going to be guaranteed or anything like that. But I'm going off of the 1618, the 2618, the 3618, and the 4618. Now, as we look at this and as we do target these higher levels of opportunity, what I've been looking at is $5.30 being the first target after we break out of the all-time high and go into price discovery. I think that a lot of people forget the fact that, like, okay, well, although XRP has not created a new all-time high since 2017, 2018, what is price discovery going to look like for this thing? I think that it could go on a major run-up, and these targets are outlined here on my main 4 targets that I'm looking at. Initially, yeah, we should go off of just the initial target, which is $5.30. At $5.30, XRP is not doing some small leap. In fact, this would be about a $270 billion market cap. And before I have all the people in the comments saying, market cap doesn't matter for XRP, market cap, blah, blah, blah. Market cap does matter for tokens at this current time in the market. In a utility-driven market, yeah, I agree with you. Market cap doesn't really matter. Very similar to like if I go and buy Amazon today. Do I really look at the market cap of Amazon? Do I look at the market cap of Apple? No, I really don't. But I will say this, as we do look at this market right now, I think that we should look at market cap. I think that market cap does matter in the short term because guess what? That means individuals that are jumping into this space, maybe they want to invest into XRP. Is XRP going to pump off of, we'll say, I don't know, 1 million people investing $1,000 into XRP? Not really. It's not going to move a massive amount. But I will say that we could still see this $270 billion market cap in the next bull run if we are talking about the entire market cap of crypto going to $5-10 trillion, anywhere between that range. We could possibly even go a little bit higher. But I also look at these other targets too, like $8.50. $8.50 would be a $431.8 billion market cap. Again, when we take a look at like Ethereum did hit a $500 billion market cap in the last bull run. So it is possible that we could get to this level. Now, the next target, which is my main target on XRP, has been around roughly $10 or so. We're going off of this 3618 here at $11.70. At $11.70, we're at about almost a $600 billion market cap. At $10 itself, it would be about a $508 billion market cap. Now, I think at around the $10 range, we're probably going to see a lot of sell volume. So anywhere between this area here, between the 2618 and the 3618, prepare to see volatility on price. We're probably going to see some nice spikes. We're probably going to see major sell volume, etc. So it's going to be hard to get a perfect sell at $10. You might have to drop your sell targets a little bit if you demand it, but it all depends on what actually happens. Listen, these price targets, these price predictions, all of that, it's kind of noise in the room because, listen, we still need to break out ahead of a lot of these levels down here. We're still very far away from things that need to be done. So XRP has a lot of work to do in order to get to these higher targets. But we also have one last major target, which is $14.91. You guys know me, I've always been targeting the $15 range for XRP. This would be about roughly $757.4 billion in market cap. At $15, it would be $762 billion in market cap. Now, XRP could get to these higher targets up here, but what are the catalysts, right? Is it just a lawsuit? Is it just a lawsuit being done? A settlement? If a settlement does happen, is it going to drastically increase the price to $15? I've seen people calling for $30, $50, $100, $200 after the lawsuit. Gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, listen, if we take a look at like the lawsuit itself, is the lawsuit going to drastically increase the price by 100x? No, it really isn't. And that's me being extremely realistic with you guys. When we take a look at the overall price predictions for XRP, I could see the lawsuit taking us to the all-time high, above the all-time high, and maybe even to our initial targets up here. But besides that, we don't know what could happen with the lawsuit. The lawsuit could be a sell the news event, for an example. So we definitely have to wait and see what happens with that. But I do have a lot of... I have many targets on XRP long term as well when we do see full on adoption and we get into the utility driven market. That's where a lot of the higher price targets do come from. But until then, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, XRP is going to hit a $1 trillion plus market cap overnight. No, there's just absolutely no way. But I do look at the historical snapshots in time. I look at XRP in the past. I go all the way back when XRP was the number 2 token in this space, sitting at $130.8 billion in market cap. We have not seen this market cap in a while, to be honest with you guys. Like, for example, going off of the last major bull run, if we're talking about the last major bull run, first off, we didn't even come close to this area. I mean, we were still 50 some cents off of this area. But nonetheless, at $130.8 billion in market cap, we would be sitting at about $2.57. That's not even the all-time high from 2017-2018. And if we're going off of the recent all-time high for XRP, which we have over here on this chart, this was about roughly $1.96, $1.97. I'm just going to round it to $1.97. So at $1.97, XRP was sitting at about roughly $100.1 billion in market cap. Pretty much where every other altcoin besides Ethereum headed to. So if we're taking a look at this, and if we're really kind of looking at the next major bull run, where could XRP go? Well, again, we just go off of those initial areas of interest. So like $5.30 for XRP. Now at $5.30 for XRP, how much XRP would you need to become a millionaire off of XRP? Well, you'd need about roughly 188,679. Now at 188,000, we're just going to round it to $188,000. At today's price for XRP, that would be $75,200. That is not easy to come by at all, which is also why I say diversification in this market is golden for you, because as other altcoins do flip, which by the way, XRP is usually last to run. For an example, we've seen a lot of these tokens back in 2017, 2018 do a run before XRP even started it. Now, during 2021, for an example, we've seen the same scenario. During this time, it was like roughly before April, we were back here in January and February, where XRP was still kind of trading at a nice area. I mean, like we were sitting at 36 cents or so. During this time back here, we'll say from December to around roughly even like the March area, during this time, we were in tokens like the Graph, we were in Matic, we were in other tokens that also did incredible runs. I could have shifted profits during this entire time into XRP and still got in pretty early before this run up to about like almost $2. That's why I say like being in other tokens is not a bad thing. Do not just become a maxi for XRP and only invest in XRP. Diversify your portfolio. That way you could shift profits into XRP and you don't need $100,000 to become a millionaire, because that's only a 10x. If you have to invest $100,000 to become a millionaire, I'm just telling you right now that ROI is not really that great. But going off the next area, which is like roughly $8.50. We're just gonna go off of the $8.50. You'd need about 117,647 XRP. So right off the rip, for these two here, you almost need 200,000 and almost 100,000 XRP. So let's put this on the board. So you'd need about 188K XRP at $5.30. You would need up here about roughly, we're just going to round it to 120K. I know that it's 117, but we're going to go off of 120K for this one. And then at $11.70, this is where things get a little bit interesting. So this is about roughly 85,470. Again, we're just going to round it to 85,000 up here. And then at the last area, the highest point, which is not even this is an area that could possibly completely be missed in the next bull run. We're just going to round it to $14.90. You need about 67,000 XRP. Now, I'm going to show you guys also why price targets get thrown out there for a lot of individuals. So you see a lot of these videos where XRP is going to go to $100 overnight. It's going to be $100 by next bull run. You want to know why they say that? $100 has been the area of opportunity for XRP for so long. At $100, you only need, and this is exactly why $100 gets thrown out there so easily and so much. At $100, you only need 10,000 XRP. Right? It's the same scenario with $1,000 XRP. You only need 1,000 XRP. So if you think about that, okay, we look at this and it's like, okay, well, why are these targets so like always being thrown out there? It's because it's so easy for the retail individual to get 10,000 XRP. Don't believe me? Well, let's go over here. So at 10,500 XRP, this is the top 5%. This is 228,524 individuals holding this amount of XRP. So, and you can see up here as well, like the number of accounts. Like this is a massive amount of individuals holding XRP at anywhere between like look at the amount of XRP that's being held between just completely 0 to 10,000. So as we look at this, and we really you really look at the overall wallets that are holding this amount of XRP, it's a substantial amount. So when we look at 10,000 XRP, it's a number that's easily accumulated, because even at today's price, that's only $4,000. And that's not me saying like $4,000 is not a lot. Trust me, when we take a look at most individuals in this market, $4,000 is still quite a bit. But for most out there, you could accumulate to $4,000 pretty quick in this market. Now, when we talk about like 1,000 XRP, again, 1,000 XRP, what is it, like $400? So 1,000 XRP is easily, it's a target that's easily met, which is why we have 457,000 accounts holding 3,191 XRP, for example. So again, I personally would like to see some targets being met on XRP. Some of them are a little bit outrageous in the short term. In the long term, yeah, I could see them being met. Right now, we're really kind of just going off the bare minimum targets because we don't know where this market is headed in the next couple years. We always talk about the possibility of a $5 to $10 trillion market cap. But in general, as we look at XRP and as we focus on, okay, how can we get to 100,000 shares of XRP? Well, this is how we do that. We go off of the average. We go off of where we could get as much XRP as possible for the lowest amount of money. For an example, this is what I would personally look at, going off of the long-term view on XRP and those targets that we've seen. This is also why bear markets are incredible for an opportunity basis on making a ton of money. This is what I personally see in terms of like a perfect buy opportunity for XRP. These are the levels that First off, we have entered in on XRP in the past. And these are like what I personally would go off of. So 50,000 shares at about 17.5 cents, 25,000 shares at about 20, we'll say like 20.5 cents just for the sake of the video, 15,000 at 24 cents, and then 10,000 at our recent price area. So overall, our cost basis on this would be average 21 cents, total shares 100,000, and the total cost for this would be about 20,876. Just to give you guys a quick insight, 100,000 XRP at today's prices would give you about $40,000. So at almost a half of that, we have 100,000 XRP at an average of 21 cents. This is why averaging in is perfect. Now, are we going to be investing 50,000 shares at 17.5 cents? It's questionable, right? But this is why averaging is the best opportunity in this market for higher targets to be met. The thing about XRP that always bothered me with the community is that you have a lot of these price targets being thrown out there just because a lot of people just do this. I shared this in my last video as well, and I just don't like this about this community specifically because we have a lot of people that do this. So, for an example, people will just say, okay, well, we're looking at the same exact pattern being printed out for XRP. So this is what we're going to look like. We're going to smash right through the all-time high, go into price discovery and go crazy. And they just do this with the bars graph. Or they go all the way back to 2017's initial start of this run where XRP started to break out. And they're like, okay, well, I think that we're right here for XRP, so let's just do something like this. Okay, well, there we go. We're going to $100 in the next bull run, and this is going to be December 2023. No, this is not how price action works in this market. I could easily go over to Bitcoin's price chart right now, for an example, and then go off of this area back here from, we'll say, 2017, 2018's bear market and say, okay, well, I think that we're right here for XRP, or for Bitcoin, sorry. So this is what we're actually looking like for Bitcoin. This is exactly where we're going to go. This is the exact time frame. Like, no, that's just not how things work. And I see it posted so much over on Twitter. A lot of people just post these charts using bars graphs, and it just does not make any sense at all. Listen, it could be great for followers. It could be great for views. Ultimately, I don't want to see people holding XRP for 5+ years, 10+ years, 20+ years in order to make $1 million. $1 million in this market, I don't want to say it's easy to come by, but if you pick the right assets, if you diversify enough, and you don't have that maxi mentality, it's something that's much easier done than holding an asset, waiting and hoping and praying that we get to a recent all-time high, breaking out and going to $100. Okay, it's easy to hope and it's easy to calculate, but at the end of the day, is it realistic? That's how we got to think in this market. We have to be realistic. We have to separate emotions from the game. Initial targets, like, again, my initial targets on XRP are that 2x to get my initial investment out. Then we target the bare minimum, and then we target the next area. And then after that, we really kind of just look at where we can go on price action. And we really kind of look at those targets, and we really just have that conviction to say, okay, well, at this point, I'll sell this amount. At that point, I'll sell this amount. Like, I have people in my comments that literally hate me for saying, like, hey, I'm going to sell my XRP at $10. Why wouldn't I take major profits at $10? At $10 from our current area, right? Which I've shared this many times. At $10, it's a 24x from today's prices. Not from my entry points, but from today's prices. If you don't sell at $10 and take profit at $10, I just don't understand what you're waiting for. So with that being said, I hope that clarifies quite a bit around XRP. I really do hope that people out there really see the value in being realistic in this space. But if you guys did enjoy the video, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys haven't already. I hope that you guys did find value in this. If you guys do want more free value, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. If you guys do want more exclusive content, you guys are more than welcome to checking out the Patreon, which is down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. But with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.